Oh my gosh. It don't matter.
Many of you know that I love to cross the ball over. And as much as I love to take credit for the move, that would be more than false. It comes from Allen Iverson, a legend that not only motivated me, but my whole generation. It's been a long time coming, but today, let's take a look at some of the things that made Iverson great. This video is brought to you by Skillshare.com. So let's talk about Skillshare. So this is like game changer for me. As everybody knows, I started off on YouTube. I broke the scene editing videos, right? I had to go to school and do all this other stuff, and I had to pay a lot of money. I will say that, in order to, but it was beneficial, right? With Skillshare, they have it all for you online, and they have so many different teachers for you to pick from. And if you go on there right now, let me show you kind of how it works. So I went to film and video. This is a course that I'm actually like thinking about taking because I'm terrible at color grading. So they got Fred Trevino. I'm gonna go through his stuff, see what type of teacher he is. He has a nice little intro video for you to watch. And it's something that I think that anybody can learn from. But if you look to this left side, you have fine art, graphic design, illustration, music. You have everything pretty much that you can think of. You want to build business analytics, freelance, entrepreneurship. They have everything right there grouped up ready for you to go. You can do a 7-day membership. However, if you click the link in my description, I have all the information that you need in order to get a 1-month trial for free. So that's a lot of time to go figure everything out, but I'm positive because it's something that I've done that once you dive into it, that you're gonna wanna stay on the website for a long time till you really learn to master things. So go on to Skillshare.com or just click the link in my description and get started right away. I've been dying to do this film session with you guys, and mainly because how much Iverson impacted my generation. A lot of you guys wasn't able to watch Iverson like that. You were probably too young, or I mean, even me. I was able to see the games that were on primetime, TNT, and all that type of stuff, but I wasn't able to see every home game like some of the people that were in Philadelphia or living in Denver and were able to see all of this stuff, right? I didn't have that privilege, and I want to make sure that, like, I was just able over the last few days to watch every bucket that Iverson handed out. I want to show you guys just kind of, I don't have time to show you everything, but I can show you a good amount to show you just how good Iverson was. So let's start off early in his career when he was just crossing everybody over, right? He was known for it. That's what he did. Just crossed everybody over left to right. You even see Jordan up in there. And so that's kind of, you know, some of the things that he was super fast, and that set up his crossover because he's such a threat to blow by left. He hung that ball out on his left hip, not on his left hip, but wide left. Faked that hard drive and would cross it back over to the right. And he was so good off the pull up that you had to, like, I mean, it was so hard. What are you going to stop? The drive, the pull up, the crossover, the change of direction. What are you going to stop? The snatch back that he was so good at. So early on in his career, I would argue that Iverson was one of the fastest players in terms of the combination of quick and fast. I don't think anybody was like better than this, to be honest with you. Now, we've seen John Wall and guys like that. He's super fast, but he didn't have the quickness that Iverson had. I'm gonna say there's some things that are, you know, may kind of make you confused or blow your mind, and I'm actually saying it. But like, for example, Iverson, I don't think that he had the best handles ever. I just think that his athleticism was just on a different level than anybody else, especially during those times. And then on top of that, yes, he did have the handle, he did have the footwork, but it's not the best that I've ever seen, you know, especially early on. So a lot of stuff is early on in his career. Yes, he did have that left to right crossover, but I would actually say that Kyrie Irving, his handle is better. Now, overall, Iverson's different, bro. Like, his heart, his tenacity is like, he's just fearless. He would just go at you no matter who you were. Like, I've seen him shake Kobe. I've seen him shake Tony Parker right there. I've seen him shake everybody. LeBron. He just wasn't afraid, and he's short too. Like, he's not like a tall guy. But what happened was, in his career, early on, they saw that left to right crossover, and they said, hold on. this is illegal. Carry, right? So he had to change his game. He had to actually go and change his game and like get rid of the left to right crossover, which was devastating to me. But what he did is he added a list of other moves that were just as effective, that got him by his defender. You're going to see in a lot of these clips that he was just completely blowing by people to where they're like stuck in the mud. One of the moves, and like I said, he didn't have a crazy amount of move, but you don't need that many. You just need a counter to counter, but his setups, he didn't really have that many, but they just worked so well that he would spam them. Right, so one of them was just slowing it down between the legs, then attacking. Another one was just skipping off that left leg, then attacking. But we're gonna go over some of that. Let's check it out. So we're gonna go over his moves. We're gonna go over him stealing the ball. We're gonna go over his mid-range. And you know, we're not gonna be here for 30 minutes. I just want to give you kind of just the gist of things. I'm in synergy here, and then we're gonna go from there. All right, shit. So AI. The king of the, well, some people call it the inverted snatch. I just call them all snatch, inside snatch, whatever. That's that between the legs, blowing right by people. So what he does, he slows it down. Right here, he brings his hand like a shot fake. Then he attacks it right off the between the legs dribble. We'll just see a bunch more of that, where that came from, right? Skip, blow by. Now look at, here's what I want you to pay attention to. You're going to see me skipping back and forth 2 seconds a lot, or 1 second. I want you to pay attention to this. So, like, he blows by here. Now, look where the defense is by the time he shoots a layup. He's at the elbow of the free throw line. Like, just to give you an understanding of how fast this dude's stop and go was, it was incredible. Like, seriously, it was incredible. I'm going to skip ahead because sometimes these clips are pretty long. So, I'm going to go into just where he's, like, getting into the move. Slow, and then, all right, here we go. I think he's going to do it right here. Slow, and then go. Yep. So that between the legs dribble, slows it down, and now he's out. Boom. It's not necessarily a hard slam, and then you go between the legs and attack. He just slows it down, boom, and blows right by the defender. Pay attention again. As he's shooting the layup, the defender's at the elbow of the free throw line almost. Incredible speed, bro. Talking about 30 of these clips. We're going to fly by. Can't get a snatch back. You guys know his move on Tyronn Lue, right? But what's funny is the thing with Tyronn Lue, it goes back way further than that because he was killing this dude. Actually, it goes on after that. After he hit that snatch back on T. Lue, like he would just torture him after that. Every time you saw T. Lue, he would attack. It's kind of interesting, like keeping up with the footage after the fact too. There's a skip and a blow by. Something also that I want to talk about finishing, I don't think it's talked about enough with him, is he's an incredible finisher. But check out this skip off the left leg, and then we're out. Taking off to the basket. Look at the defender again. Just completely like, you know, he can't do anything. He's just frozen in time. His speed is something that was so different to me. Let's see what we got here. So now that's kind of a counter, right? That between the legs, like he can attack off of that, but right here he puts it between, steps out of that, knocks down the shot. We're also going to talk about his mid-range because that's what he did really well in a lot of different situations. We're going to make this a 2-part video. Incredible. Slow down between the legs, attack out of it, blow right by the defender. It's something absolutely that I think that you should add to your bag. Because I've watched every clip of Iverson. He did it so often and it worked so often. I even looked at the ones where it didn't work, right? So when they eliminated his hard, heavy crossover, right? He started putting the ball between his legs like you see, because normally this is right to left crossover, left to right crossover, which is left to right was a little bit better. But now to make it a little more legal, and he stopped hanging it as much on the outside and started putting it between his legs, or he would snatch it back or put it behind his back. And you'll see a couple of those clips coming up soon. But such a quick player, man. It was crazy to watch, actually. Let me see what he got right there. Oh, that's his double crossover. So he'll retreat, double cross. Go right into his mid-range. You already know that's money.
He heard you, he heard me.
It's kind of crazy going back. This is high quality on center. The footage is high quality on here. Yeah, it looks crazy like a video game, Super Nintendo video game. So you see it walked him right down into that again, right? Walk him down between the legs, take off. Slow down in between the legs, out of there. I'm telling you, he was spamming this move because it'll always work. That was cold. So that's Marbury right there. So that was another thing that he did, right? He'll snatch you and then fake the shot. A little push crossover. Marbury was almost to the floor on that one. I believe that's Marbury. Sure looks like him. Let's see. Snatch back. So he's the king of that snatch, right? Boom. Double cross. Oh, that was between the legs right there. Now, if you guys are basketball players, you want to work on your game, try attacking out of a between the legs as fast as you can. Get that down because it actually like is a effective. Oh my gosh, a rare sighting, left-handed Iverson, right? Same touch on the ball, but watch again, same move, right by him. Defense is stuck at the free throw line. I'm showing you guys it's the same thing on purpose because I just know that it works so well that I want you guys to like add this to your bag. We can't watch great players do things over and over and over, and we're trying to add a million moves. Like, just master some of these little things first. Ooh. That was an incredible finish. We haven't even got going over his finish. Give a little hezzy right there. Yes, he did have a hezzy. Yes, he did have a hezzy. You don't see it going to the left a lot like that, but he did have a nasty hezzy. Skipping ahead. Is that Iverson? Yup. No, that's Iverson. Ooh. As I just said, he did have a nasty headsy. So he has what's called, I call it a snap cross, right? So it's a fake hard right and then bring it back between the legs, step out of it, right? So now he's backing out of the between the legs, selling the shot because he's so good at knocking this shot down. This headsy works. Spun him around, knocked it down. Is that Ricky Brown? Can't remember what that was. Ricky Davis, I think. TP, Tony Parker, snatched him, almost sent him to the floor. That inside snatch or the inverted snatch, whatever you guys want to call it, I don't really care. That is LeBron out there too, right there. See it? Hey. Completely for, I think that was Ilgauskas. Stop and go hezzy. So we're just showing you his cookbook, like his bag right now. I haven't even got to all the, the nitty gritty, right? To some of the more technical stuff. Skipping ahead. So Iverson was absolutely a downhill player, but he can also add the east-west, which made him special to me, right? John Wall kind of has that same thing, especially in his prime where he can do both because he's so fast going downhill. But he put so much pressure on you going forward that it was just hard to stop him. You really didn't know what to do, especially the fact that he could hit jumpers. So, you can kind of see it right there. He's just attacking. And I don't know what that was, bro. I do, actually. He stops it and just, as he's going inside snatch or he's going inverted drag, he just picks the ball up. Steps out of that, keeps his foot planted, and knocks it down. But you can see all the speed that he's putting and pressure that he's putting on you, boom. Then he stops. You gotta have, you want to build strong legs like that if you're gonna be stopping like that over time because it'll just eventually wear down on your knees. Which I think as Iverson got a little older, he started to slow down, and that could have been a big reason why because he was so doggone fast. See Kirkheimer's getting spun around, skipping ahead. What we got here? Now, I couldn't figure out why we never seen that move on any of the highlights. I don't remember seeing that, but that was like a really nasty move. From what I remember, that was my first time since snatch. We all seen that move, right? He's the king of it. Driving hard, stopping, then going again. Guess who it is? LeBron James. Nasty move, too. 2, 3. See, he's walking you down right to where he wants, right? And he's so good at shooting it that hezzy will work. You're gonna hear me repeat a lot of the same stuff, but for good reason. Now he kind of brought the left or right back out right there. That was TP. He's give TP a little bit of trouble, right? TP will go out back out. TP is good. That was more like a push though. It wasn't all the way under, like hanging all the way out like he would do. All right, so I got a question for you. So is this a travel? Because I've seen a lot of people do it. Let's slow it down. Right, left. Now he just shook him out of the shoes right there, and he got away with it, right? I think it could have been a travel, but I would still do stuff like that. I still do it. Snatch. So here's something to pay attention to. He starts right here, hops right here, gets all the way there, and then he snatches. He's so fast, he gets to these spots fast, and it opens up this type of movement, right? Give you all the little easy secrets. And for those of you guys that want more, I'm gonna be adding to the cookbook inside of In the Lab Plus. So if you go to your app store and download In the Lab, ooh. Hold on. So this is what I was talking about, right? They took away his heavy crossover, told him not to do it. This is after all that stuff. Now he starts putting it between the legs and behind the back. Get out of here. And he attacks you downhill right at you. So it makes it tough because he could always blow by to the right instead of having to use that cross. There's T. Lou playing for Atlanta. T. Lou. So you see him loading up on help side right here, right? He spun him around. He must have been sick of all them dang snatches, bro. Skipping ahead. Iverson shooting up to the top. He got sick of this dude putting all this pressure on him. Snatch. Hey. Might have stepped on his foot, but it was still a nasty move, though. He was working on defense, though, right? So you see how that inside snatch back on both legs. He did it both ways. Is this J Kid? Oh. So everybody's so afraid of him blowing by right here that everything works. And he gets right to where he wants. And that's where he was pulling a lot of mid-range shots from the top. But he's good from everywhere, though. A lot of clips that I have, he's pulling them from the top. His footers look crazy. That TP again? Tony Parker, come here. Come here. Same spot from the top, right? All right, let me see what clip I'm on right now. So I'm on, that's actually not even the one. All right, so that's pretty much some of his bag after he had that move taken away from him. Now what I want to do is go to his finishing. I thought his finishing was actually special. I don't think it gets enough credit for how good he was at finishing around the basket, right? But what I want to do is just show you some things like, you tell me if it's different. I think that it's different. You tell me if you think it is different, right? Shout out to everybody that's pulled up and watching, keeping up with the videos. Want to get more active on here, we'll do so. Here we go. So Iverson did this thing where I call it up the line. So he would go straight down, let's say from the elbow to the box. But sometimes he wouldn't go to the basket. He would let it hang and just throw it up, and it would kiss the backboard and go straight in the basket. There's not a lot of people that have touch like this. Sometimes he would go up without the backboard and almost do the same thing. So I want you guys to check this out. And so, because this dude, one thing you need to know, he had long arms, great touch, big hands, great athleticism, and he actually jumped really high for his height, but he didn't use it that often, right? Check this out. Okay, so like these type of plays. I want you to, next time you get in the gym, to go from here to here and almost not enter the paint and make that layup high off the glass. So I think that he was one of the best, and he made me want to learn how to shoot shots high off the glass. Now, I never really got it down like him, but he made me want to teach it to players, right? So So just pay attention to how he's doing some of this. And some of it, not everything is the same finish that I'm talking about. Like that. Like, low key, the ball is under, like, that's an underhand layup. So he goes here all the way out there and never really goes towards the basket, high off the glass, over 3 people, and knocks it down. Like that, to me, that's underrated. And you won't really know until you go try it. Go try these layups that he's doing. Shit. Who is that? Like, come on, bro. Like, this is incredible, but let's pay attention to how he's doing it, right? So he's attacking. He's going along that line. And before he can get the help side can get there, he's throwing it up. So they're expecting to meet him at the rim. He's shooting it on the outside, and his body's turning in the air. Oh, he's going to split that. There it goes again. And so right here, it's slowing down. It's slow, and then he puts some power on it and shoots it to the sky, top of the square on the backboard. And I think, me personally, I think that's underrated, bro. Skipping ahead. Iverson. Don't have many clips of this. I mean, I could have stacked hell of them. Oh, he's just a really good finisher, in my opinion. Something, and I brought this clip up. Something he does is he feels that contact, and he'll continue to drive hard through it, and he can soften up the shot enough to where it has a soft touch on the basket, right? When he goes up. Skipping. See, like, some of these clips are super long. Like, come on, bro. That was incredible. Wait, hold on. This is incredible to me. So he's going here. He goes all the way out, scoops it under this guy's arm, throws it out on the side of the ball, and has a soft touch to roll in the rim. And he does this stuff on a regular, too. So, here we go. This is old school Kings. First of all, look how bad he blew by homie. Up and under. Easy lay. But the dude just, I mean, he will wow the crowd every single game. It was so much fun to watch. If you got a chance to watch him in person, it was even that much more incredible. Look how fast this dude is. And he had a little bunny to him. And this is like a little bit later. It's not early. Like, he wasn't a rookie or nothing. He dunked it at the buzzer. Him and Kobe always had some fun matchups. Keep in mind, like, he played with Iguodala at this point. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, this is Kobe right here, so you know he's 6'7". And he threw it up to the top of the backboard, and it dropped in soft. Like, really soft. Here's another one. Now, right there, you get a good feel for how long his arms are. Like, you may see his height and his speed and everything. You might not put that all together, but he has some crazy long. Like, come on, bro. You're seeing people more starting to go back into hook shots and different things. This is also a very, very tough shot to shoot. Skipping ahead. That one he put forward. The other ones are normally in front of him. And you kind of remember like Curry doing some of these, but he was going to the basket. He's going away from the basket and doing this same type of stuff. He's a special individual, you guys. This is pretty much what I'm trying to get across here. Ooh, hey, come on, bro. It's underrated. His finishing, for sure, in my opinion, was underrated. I don't think it gets talked about enough. I think we already watched that. Nope. Did not watch that clip. We got one more after this. Last one. See what he does right here. Blow by. Next time you get in the gym, I want you guys to try to go work on that. If you're really trying to get better at your game, go try it. I just want you to see how tough of a shot this is. Now his steals. We're going to go over steals and mid-range. His anticipation, mind you, I think, I want to say Curry. I want to say Iverson was a league leader in steals for a couple times, maybe just once. I could be wrong about that. If anybody could double check and let me know, that'd be great. But his anticipation was on a different level, and you can see it. These are just a few clips, but you can see it right here. So I'm gonna go here. Let me switch over. Boom. Different level of anticipation, right? So mind you, he's right here. Sees the open man. He's guarding down by the corner. Boom, he just immediately takes off. He's out of there. It's like a different level of anticipation. But if you didn't believe me there, watch right here. Like, watch how fast he is to the ball. So here's something that once you notice somebody's passing and you positive of it, you always give a hand, right? He's shorter and they're throwing the ball fairly high, but his arms are long, so he's off the ground quick. But not only that, he's adding to it with his arm length. Where we at? Anticipation. Just always tracing the ball. As soon as that pass is made, so this is something that could, if you're a shorter defender, even if you don't have long arms, try to anticipate things. Boom. Like reading guys' eyes, knowing where people are at. And he got up right there too. All right, let's see. Anticipation. Boom. Or no, actually, this is a different play. I'm thinking of another one. I like this clip. So when you're coming off, he's icing. He's not letting nobody use the screen, forcing a baseline. This is something icing, not letting the defender or the ball handler use the screen, forcing them to your other players, forcing them to the side and baseline. So you know that there are only a few options that he has, and that's back to the top. So you play for the pass at that point. Make them shoot, make them take a tough two. Where we at? Where's Iverson? Chip? Try to find Iverson. There he is right there guarding the ball. It's incredible, bro. Like, he makes these reads. That was TJ Ford, I believe. He makes these reads so fast. But not only that, not only on the ball, it's the off the ball activity that was incredible to me too. So like, watch him. So normally when people go behind the back, you could jump him, right? And he's reading this. This is something I tried to do and I learned from him. When he's driving hard and he's gonna get, the ball handler's gonna get cut off, you could just jump him right here. That's exactly what he does. Iguodala does a good job of standing up. One day I'm gonna do a film session of just these two on defense, Iguodala and Iverson. It's incredible. Coming across, Iverson cut style, meets him. That's my play. To the basket, we go. Anticipation, knowing what the play is, knowing where you can get, and just be able to make a play. Shooting the gaps right there. So he's seeing that the screen's coming, shoots the gap, boom, out of there. Almost like a free safety. Now, I wanted to show this because I don't think that's talked about enough either. So he tries to act like he's stunning. He's trying to act like he's going to step over and take the defense or stop the ball. Boom, he's back out there. Caught it with two hands. This wasn't a deflection, guys. This is a two-hand catch. Like he's got gloves and a helmet on and pads. Like, boom. And not only that, like, I want you to try to, have somebody fire a chest pass and you're like 3 feet away and you catch that. Just to show you how different he is. LeBron, there's a lot of players on LeBron here. I didn't even kind of realize that until I started watching it just now. All right, Iverson just playing the passing lane. He's kind of knowing, but he's already cheating right here, right? So you see he's kind of looking out at the offense out of the corner of his eye. Boom, he's out of there. Knowing that that's his, the first pass away. Got a few more clips left. This anticipation. So you can see him waiting back here next to number 6. Kind of seeing where the defense or the offense is looking. Now this is the only option. Jumps him, gets an easy lay. Let's see. Dang, bro. These are catches too. Like, they're not tips. He's quick like a dang cat. And let's see, we got one more clip. Like this one. I like when he does stuff like this. So he's behind the offensive player, right? The receiver. Boom, jumps in front of him. Long arms. This type of stuff makes him special. Now, quickly, we're going to go over his mid-range. His mid-range plays, right? So now, I credit Iverson a lot for just going to open spaces right to where he wants and knocking down shots, right? But also what he would like to do is walk you down, and then get a mid-range shot right where he wants. Let's see if he does it here. He just attacks right into a hard dribble, wardrobe pull-up, gets fouled right there. Earl Boykins heads to the box. And Iverson is already in the air. Driving hard, elevator, right? Skipping ahead. All right, Iverson, boom, pump fake. So this is what I knew him for too, right? Attacking into space. So right now, that space that he's running to is wide open. So now he just goes there, jump stops, pops into the air. He was good at this, and he has such a soft touch on his jumper, on his pull-up jumper mainly, attacking into space. Attacking into space. So right now, if you look at the spot that he shot at, nobody's there. Like nobody. So he runs over there, boom, knock down the shot, on net. Sure, he gets here. Same thing. That was kind of over somebody. That was actually pretty good defense. But that's what I know him for. Just be able to tack into space and knock that shot down. Ooh. But we all know where he was trying to get to. And it complements his driving ability because now, like, when you're able to stop, okay, this is what I was talking about. Walk him down, boom, boom, boom. Now we're into the shot. Doesn't matter if you're there because that's such an easy shot for people. Ooh. Got to his bank shot. You see a lot of Kyrie getting to that bank shot too, especially on the left side. See where he goes to right here. He's going to walk him down, boom, knock down the shot. So definitely something that, I wanted to show this. There's a lot other stuff that I can get to, but I mainly wanted to show you guys this stuff because some of it isn't talked about enough. His ability to steal the ball. We just know him for his left or right crosser, but Iverson did so many different things. I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed the film session. I want to make another part, but what I will ask you guys to do, if you guys want more, download In the Lab Plus on the App Store. I got it on iPhone, Android. It's a lot of things to be had on there. Right now, we're working on a 4-month shooting program. If you can't shoot, you might as well sign up. It's working. It's actually even working for me. I'm learning how to shoot one motion. I'm a mid-range guy. Like, I don't really miss too often from the mid-range right now, but I'm learning how to shoot one motion, shoot deeper. So In the Lab Plus is going to give you all that type of stuff. We'll get into our mid-range bag. We'll get into our mid-post bag. We'll get into we'll have a whole program for heavy ball, a lot of stuff. It's going to help you guys get better. I'm excited for it, for you guys to see. We have film sessions on there. Other than that, man, keep rocking, stay in the lab, keep getting better. I'll talk to you guys soon.